Welcome to Evolution, my channel about electric cars from a different perspective. My name is Andre Lawrence, and did you know that not all Kia EV6 accessories are made the same? Well, I found out the hard way by buying the wrong one of these console tray organizers. To find out what the differences are and which one you should buy, stick around, I'll let you know in 10 seconds. When I got my EV6 in March of this year, I wanted to get an organizer tray for the armrest because the storage area is quite deep. I've got two units here. This is the first one that I purchased that I found a link for on the Kia EV6 Quebec Facebook group. Let me show you what it looks like now. It's the LFO-TPP. Yeah, one of those Chinese brand company names. And it looks like this. Now this particular unit here, as you can see on this camera, is got this black rubber pads in the bottom to prevent things from sliding around. There's one in the back here as well. It's got a little coin storage area, and it's got this little divider. Now this looks like a nice little unit, and it slides right in, like you'll see very shortly. But there's a problem with this particular one, and I removed it not long after having installed it. Now after that, I found this one because of my neighbor who pre-ordered his EV6, and he ordered this in advance. Now, before I open this box, this is from CDEFG. Now, what's interesting about this brand that isn't a brand is that both come out of exactly the same place. They even use the same sticker. It's just different text that's on them. Now, the CDEFG version is slightly different than the LFO-TPP. Now, if you look at it at first glance, it looks identical. And if I put them side by side on this camera here, when you look at them, they look identical other than the red trim, but you'll notice that on this one, you've got this little edge, whereas on this one, there's no little edge that sticks out sideways or that's perpendicular to the edge here. This unit causes the issue that I'm about to show you, and it's the reason that this is the one that you'll want to buy. So let me show you what it looks like in my EV6 right now. Just before I install both of these to show you the difference in the EV6, I wanted to say I'm sorry for not having posted videos sooner. For those of you that follow my channel, you'll know that I had to move, and that means buying a house and renovations, and things took a little bit longer than anticipated. So once again, sorry for the delay. Hopefully things will get back on track and I'll start doing reviews of other cars and more accessories very shortly. Now with that being said, let's install both of these in the EV6 and I'll show you where the problem is with the other unit. Now let me start by installing this one. I'll start by opening the armrest and I'll show you what the console depth looks like. It's actually pretty deep and allows you to put a lot of junk in there. Now the inconvenience with the console is that it's really deep and small items get lost in the bottom, like that pen that I just realized is down there. Now when you take this console arrangement tray and stick it in, it at first glance looks fantastic, but then you close the armrest and realize, can you hear that? Which drives me bananas. The problem is it squeaks due to these plastic edges that sit on top of the plastic right there. Now the issue is that the tolerance or the clearance between this and this is very small. So when you close the armrest like this, the plastic that's sandwiched in between is essentially preventing the armrest from closing completely, meaning that it's going to squeak every single time, and it's got a little bit of play. It's really annoying, very inconvenient, and to be quite honest, I had installed this armrest tray and used it for about a week and then took it out because it was driving me bananas. Now the EV6 is a very well insulated vehicle, and even at highway speeds it's very quiet. So when you hear a squeak, 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 squeak every single time you hit a bump, and in the province of Quebec we have lots of them, well, it's a no-go for me. So I removed it, and then my neighbor came and showed me the one that he bought, and I immediately saw the difference and how it would fix the problem. So let me install the other one and show you what that looks like. And grab the new one and drop it in, and right away you can see that this one is completely inside even at this back part. That means that when you close the armrest, only these little sticky rubber bumpers are going to make noise when they contact. This center tray is a much better solution and the one that you should buy. One thing that's going to be very important when you purchase one of these is not to depend on the picture of the ad that you see. Now on Amazon, when I search for the brand of this particular manufacturer, I'm sure it all comes out of the same place. But when you search it and you find this one, the picture is actually of this product. And when you search for this one, it ends up being a picture for this product. So you can't rely on the fact that you're going to get the right product based on the image that you see in the ad, which is why I've put a link in the description for this particular model. Now, I was able to confirm that when a second unit of this was purchased very recently, probably a couple weeks after purchasing this one, the person who bought this originally got the exact same model, and they have more than this red layout. They've also got a black design and there's a white design as well, so you get to choose based on what you prefer. It ends up being a red one because my neighbor actually reserved an EV6 in red, just like mine. One thing to note is these two trays are theoretically exactly the same other than this lip. Now, something that I noticed when I inspected it a little more closely, if you look at this top edge right here versus this top edge that has this little lip, if you were to cut off the little edge that is right here all the way around on the three sides, then you would probably have this exact unit. So I'm guessing if you were to receive this and didn't want to go through the hassle of sending it back because of the low value, but you were interested and have the ability and tools to take this little edge off, putting a Dremel to this piece of plastic and a few minutes of your time, and you'll have exactly this particular unit. Now, with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate you clicking on that thumbs up button. It tells YouTube that you liked it and helps them share it to other people so I can help more people discover what to buy and what not to buy. And if you really like this video, then I would really appreciate you clicking on that subscribe button because it helps my channel grow. I've got a personal subscriber goal of 15,000 and I'm somewhere above 12,000 right now, which is amazing. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel so far. Now, I'll put some links to social media up here on the screen for you to see. I've got a Facebook page where I post news and other EV related things, as well as some stuff that I do for myself. I've got my Instagram account where you can see behind the scenes things, as well as other non-EV related things that are related to me. And I also have my website, e-volution.ca, which is kind of a catch-all and also has a link to all of the products that I purchase and use, whether it was for my previous Kia EV EV or my wife's Soul EV or my new Kia EV6. Any new accessory that I purchase and use in this car will be linked on my website. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. I really appreciate it. Welcome to welcome. I did it again. First video in 3 months and I said welcome. First take. Nice. Here I wanted to buy an accessory for it, an armrest console tray. An armrest console tray? Because the armrest in the EV6 has a nice storage in it. Storage. Has a nice storage. Storage what? I'm in a storage compartment. I wanted to get something to organize things in the armrest storage container. Now, just before I get to installing both of these accessory trays, learn how to speak, so would like to review a couple other cars, and we'll get to those details a little bit later. That's total shit. I want to say I was sorry for not posting videos sooner. I have pathetic. Let me show you what it looks like in the car and you'll see exactly where the issue come from. Well, the issue come from this one.